We're now at the official beginning of the DCU. Creature Commandos acts as a sequel to the previous James Gunn DC projects, but it's also a decent kicking off point to this universe, introducing brand new characters never seen brought to life before, and it explores who they are in a very intriguing way. You might think it is, but this series is nothing like Suicide Squad or Guardians. It does again have a team dynamic, however it's used in a very unique way compared to the others. The characters are bizarre, and this series really celebrates that, doing a good job in exploring the darker, crazier corners of the DCU. Gunn keeps a similar amount of episodes to Peacemaker, with that having 8 episodes and this having 7. I find that amount just right. Some shows, like the Netflix Defenders series, just feel extremely dragged out with the amount of episodes they have. However, the runtime of these episodes is something that I found disappointing, with them ranging from 21 to 28 minutes. I get that it's animation and that can be hard to produce, but I would have liked a bit more time with these characters. Each episode is amazingly paced though, with the way it's switched between each character's origins, so it never really feels rushed or like it's dragging, which is a plus. The budget is not publicly known, similar to Peacemaker. It seems like Gunn wants to keep that hush, but the animation style is incredible. I was worried about this because I'm not a massive fan of some animation styles, so I'm happy with the way this looks. I'll get more into the visuals in a minute, but they managed to get away with some really disturbing and violent stuff, which is perfect for the tone of this series, and having it animated saves a lot of money.
Hey.
The team's lineup is full of weird and wonderful characters, some having ties to previous DC projects and most of them being fairly new to the screen. Rick Flag Sr., voiced by Frank Grillo, brings the discipline as the human team leader, following Amanda Waller's orders and carrying a backstory hinting at his son, Rick Flag Jr.'s death in the Suicide Squad.
She and I had a son when we were just 18. Fine young man.
The bride, Indira Varma, has way more going on than I expected. She's wrestling with some serious identity issues while also being able to absolutely wreck anyone who comes across her.
Probably not how you expected your day to end.
She's a badass, and by the end, she becomes the leader of the team. Frankenstein's monster, however, is an insanely romantic type, only when it comes to the bride, of course. I mean, he's been stalking her for years, even killing his own creator because he had a thing for her too, which was weird in its own way. David Harbour does a really impressive job voicing him.
No, not with this great love at stake.
Okay.
Nina Mazersky, voiced by Zoe Chow, steals scenes as the brilliant scientist amphibian hybrid. Her death is a sad one, as she's someone I really rooted for throughout the show.
Get away from her and get out, like she said!
Especially as we see how heartbreaking her backstory is, only for none of it to matter in the end anyway. Weasel doesn't say a single word you can understand, but somehow still cracks me up every time he's on screen. His shockingly sad backstory really hit me. I knew he didn't eat 27 children. Free my boy. Dr. Phosphorus, Alan Tudyk, is basically the team's most powerful member, having the ability to harness nuclear energy. Like pretty much everyone on the group, he has a terrible origin story, but his has to take the cake. G.I. Robot, voiced by Sean Gunn, is exactly what you'd expect. A calculating heap of metal, but mention a Nazi to him and he would crash out like there's no tomorrow. I love him. His little story of where he's been before getting sent to Belle Reve is hilarious. However, it's also sad as he just wants his old squad back.
The boys of easy company, sir.
Amanda Waller remains the perfect puppet master, manipulating these monsters with threats and promises of freedom.
Congress said we can't use human prisoners. These assholes aren't human.
So, like I said earlier, the visuals are really unique and gory. The way some of these characters are depicted with the use of animation is really well done. For example, Dr. Phosphorus looks insanely cool. I'm truly excited to see what these guys will look like in live action. I know Gunn said that these characters will be coming in and out of live action.
We're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
We've already seen it done with Rick Flag Sr. showing up in Superman, so that's really intriguing to me. The animation pops during fight scenes, their powers are shown to their true extent. I have to admit that most of my favourite action pieces within the series belong to Dr. Phosphorus. His powers are easily the most visually appealing. Each of the character designs are cool though, they look exactly like their comic book selves, and while their costumes are pretty basic, it's all they need due to their unique features. The series is filled with cool references. In episode 7, the bride dubs Dr. Phosphorus Ghost Rider, which is obviously a nod to the Marvel character.
Paramour of yours?
Oh, can it, Ghost Rider?
We better get out of here.
In episode 4, Cersei gives Amanda Waller a chilling peek into a dark future, showing various DC heroes looking pretty rough. We see Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Supergirl, Booster Gold, and even Peacemaker and Vigilante. This is a seriously exciting teaser for what's coming in the DCU. You can see the bride reading a magazine titled Young Love. This isn't just a random prop. Young Love was a legitimate DC Comics romance series that ran for decades, from the 1940s to the 1970s. What I really love about Creature Commandos is how it embraces these monsters instead of trying to make them normal. It finds their humanity while celebrating their strangeness, creating something that feels true to DC's roots. At the end of the day, Creature Commandos shows that animation can be just as compelling and mature as live action, when done right.
Get ready to die, Nazis!
If you're curious about what to expect from Gunn's DCU, this gives us a pretty good idea. It makes me truly excited for what's to come for both live action and animated DC projects. I'd love to hear what you think about this series, so comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one.